But you told me size doesn't matter. Village Big Box is an update to the 2011 game Village by Inca and Marcus Brand. So what does the Big Box give us that the original didn't? Updated graphics. But that's not all. How about a whole bunch of expansions? What about some promo tiles? This box has it all except for some steak knives, which I was kind of disappointed I didn't get. So what is Village? You are the head of a family in a local quaint little town called, I don't know, Villageville? Anyway, in this village, there's going to be a church, an inn, a scenic bridge into other villages, castles off in the distance, and there's even a donkey called Ronald. In this game, time cannot be stopped. Everyone's going to grow older and eventually pass away. But before we do that, let's have some fun. Let's go get drunk at the pub. We might even meet the love of our life and get married. And look, we're going to do all of this while growing our family fame. But before we get into this review, look, it really made me reflect on my own life. I'm so old. Where did all the years go? All the wrinkles. Back in my day, we wouldn't do this. Those damn kids with that damn loud music. The premise of this game is that there will be generations of your family growing old and eventually dying. Literally, the game end trigger is when the graveyard gets max chicken's capacity with old fogies who have carked it, or the old village chronicle is filled up with ads sort of just saying how sad we are because we lost old Betty. Playing a round of Village is simples. Firstly, grab your bag of cubes. They're going to be Influence cubes and the Black Plague cubes. Next, grab one of these cards. They're going to tell you where you're going to randomly place out those cubes around the village. Now we've got cubes out in the village, it's time to take our actions. Each person going around the table is going to pick up one cube and then do the action at that spot. We're going to rinse and repeat until there's no more cubes left on the table, and then we're going to be good little villagers and we're going to go to church and attend some mass. So did I hear you asking what are those action spots? Sadly, celiacs like me out there, look, unfortunately this game is not gluten-free and the first action spot is the grain harvest spot. Let's get our horses and our oxes out there working to feed our family. Next up is the family spot, and this is where Daddy Meeple and Mummy Meeple love each other very, very much. Anyway, birds and bees happen, and this is where new family members will be born. Next spot is the craft spot, and sadly they deceived me with this name. I really thought this was going to be an arts and crafts spot, but no, it's just buying from local shops. Anyway, from these shops we're going to buy wagons, animals, scrolls, plows, and exchange grain for money. Next up, the market. This is where you're going to sell your goods to the locals in exchange for endgame points. Now kids, look, eBay was not invented back in this era. This is actually how people sold and purchased goods back in the day. Now travel. Look, don't be that family who never leaves the village. Look, why don't you pack up the wagon, find a good hotel on Expedia, and go book yourself a holiday. After that is the church. Repent, you sinners! Because what we're going to do here, we're going to prepare our family to move up the church hierarchy. And finally, the well. You would assume this is for water, but no, this is a magical well. This is where we're going to trade in 3 cubes of the same colour to do any other action. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Hey, look, so you've probably finished all those actions, and now you're wondering what comes next. Well, it's time to go to Mass and pray. Now, there's no holes in these holy steps. Firstly, we're going to draw out some family members out of a bag. Next up, we're going to move some members along the church hierarchy, and finally, we're going to award points for the majority on the church track. Rinse and repeat until that endgame trigger we mentioned earlier, and that's it. That is a game of Village. Well, sort of. There's still more to talk about yet. Let's start with the elephant in the room, and that is the artwork. Now, straight up, you are wrong. Look, you in the camera, look, you're wrong. Straight up, I love this artwork, and I don't know why so many people were upset with the change in art style. Look, I'm no art critic. In fact, I'm probably the worst person to comment on it, but damn, I really like it. So look, approved, bangers approved. Now, why do you need this game in your collection? Look, put simply, this game has charm. this game has charisma. Well, actually, charisma is like charm, but a bigger word, and we know bigger words are better. Yeah, you just got slapped by science facts. Optimization and efficiency is what gets me damn excited. Look, I love the puzzle of thinking 3 steps ahead and planning. Look, you still have this, but in this game, you also have unknowns. Ooh, unknown. I stare across at the table. I look you dead set in the eyes. I know what move you're gonna do. I own you. I am your master. What the cube I wanted? What? The unknowns. Yes, those beautiful unknowns, those players across the table taking the cubes you want and in turn those action spots you need. It's these sort of tensions in game that are just dead set amazing. So what about the expansions? Well, I'm glad you asked. There's not just one expansion, there's not 2 expansions, there's not 3 expansions, there's not 4 expansions. So what about 5 expansions? Well, sort of 5, 4.5. Let's go 4.5. Let's start off with the half, and that is the promo tiles. Look, we all love a bit of old-fashioned promotional cardboard, and that's what we have in this game. Next up is a little mini expansion, and it's the Life Goals expansion. Now, don't be that guy, because look, you must play with this every single game. It's just endgame scoring cards, and I think these are a must-have. Now the first of the bigger expansions, and we have the Inn expansion. So why don't you take a day off work and get drunky with the locals in the best pub in town? Now that literally is the premise of this expansion. You're going to be going out, getting the locals so drunk that they owe you a favour. Look, sounds like blackmail to me, but anyway, that is the expansion. So what beer do they serve there? Well, your beer of course. Because in this expansion, it will also add a brewery where you're going to craft your own beer. Next up, the port expansion, and it's salty sea dog time. Let's go hire a captain, load up a ship, and sell your goods on the many islands around the place. But an extra bonus here is that you can gain exotic goods from your travels, cocoa, tea, and treasure chests. Yeah, me hearty, we're going to have some piratey good times. And lastly, the marriage expansion. Now sadly, my idea for a divorce expansion where you're going to lose all your belongings to that lying, cheating ex of yours, look, that didn't get put in the game, but we do have the marriage expansion here. In this game, it's going to have weddings and also weirdly a smuggler option.
I just don't get it.
So there we go, size does matter after all. Village Big Box. Oh, this was a quaint, beautiful experience and I really enjoyed my time with Village. Now look, I never got to play the original game, so I can't compare it against the original, but this one that I have right in front of me, excellent quality. All the expansions, you know, add that variety. There's even a solo mode. You're playing against Carla. She's a bit of a douche canoe, but you're going to prove your family's better than her. Look, this box has everything. Anyway, this is very much a bangers recommend. Village Big Box. And the best part, why am I holding a copy of a Tiwa here? It's because I'm going to be giving away 1 copy of a Tiwa to a lucky person from Australia or New Zealand. Now, thanks to VR Distribution, we're going to be giving away 1 copy of this Uwe Rosenberg game. It's in celebration of me reaching 750 subscribers. Look, I'm so absolutely wrapped with everyone's support. Can't thank you enough. And look, all you got to do to win is put a comment below in either this video or the Tiwa video and say Australia or New Zealand. That's it. Be a subscriber, leave Australia or New Zealand comment, and you are in the running. And we're going to be running a duck race on May the 10th. Look, good luck to everyone who enters. Anyway, that is a Tiwa. So there we go. Village Big Box, a Tiwa giveaway. What a banger of a video. Anyway, look, I'm Hogs. This is Board Game Bangers. Till next time, laters.